Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be talking about 6 baby products that are actually worth your money. So if you think you can benefit from this video, then keep on watching. I've been asked a ton of times by friends and family on like products that are worth my money. Like somebody would send me a screenshot or something and they're like, hey, I wanna get this, I know you have it, is it worth it? Because it's really hard to know like, hey, what do I need to save on and what do I need to splurge on? Especially when it comes to baby products, because we all know that is a billion-dollar industry where there's lots of things that you really don't need. So it's hard to decipher like, hey, what's worth it and what's not. The first product I'm gonna talk about is a double stroller. If you're planning on having more than one child, and if you can't afford it on your first baby, I would suggest investing and spending money in a good stroller. We did end up getting a double stroller with Cow, but I wish we would have just ended up sending back the stroller that we got with Scotty, because we ended up getting it as a gift at my baby shower. So I wish we'd have just sent it back, got the money for that, and then put the money for the stroller that I returned, and then our money to getting the double stroller. Does that make sense? Hey dude, honestly, I took back a ton of clothes that I got for my baby shower. Sorry if you're watching this and you got me clothes, but like new clothes wasn't really worth it to me, and so I thrifted a lot of my clothes for my babies. So I took back a ton of clothes and I ended up getting $300 in clothes. So if you just think about little things like that, if you put, all your money into one big item and just like thrift or get secondhand or hand-me-downs for other things, you could probably find the money to get that expensive stroller that you want. And again, I would suggest getting a double stroller that you can use for your first baby and for the rest of your kids. We currently have the Uppababy Vista V2, and it is the best stroller I've ever had. I'm not gonna say that it's cheap. It's not. It is a complete investment. The stroller that we got is a complete investment. We're gonna have it with all of our kids. It can hold up to 4 kids. It has 2 seats. Then you can do a little scooter thing on the back. And then honestly, sometimes I throw a kid inside the basket because it's the biggest basket on the market. I have not seen any other basket that's as big as that. So it can hold a lot of kids, and we plan on having a lot of kids. So for us, totally worth our money. The second thing I'm gonna talk about is getting a baby swing that your baby likes and investing in a good one. So there's all different types. Get one that your baby really likes. Our babies like the Mamaroo, so we invested in a Mamaroo, and we're gonna have it with all of our kids, and then we can sell it when we're done. So get a swing that your kids like and invest in a good one, because you're running them all day, sometimes for months. So I would say get a good brand on something like that. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is Comotomo Bottles. I know that everyone is obsessed with Dr. Brown bottles, like I get it, but my kids didn't have bad colic at all. So for me, didn't need to clean the Dr. Brown bottles. I hated cleaning all those parts. And honestly, my kids didn't need it. They were perfectly fine with other bottles. So this time I ended up going with the Comotomo bottles. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It sounds weird, but I got those, and I honestly, straight up, I will clean them with my hands and hot water and soap. And then I sterilize them once a week. Again, they are more expensive because I don't know why they're more expensive. I think probably because they're like soft and they have like a silicone feel to them. So maybe it's just more expensive to make, or honestly, they're probably just expensive because they're popular. But I love them. They're super easy to clean, and I do think it's important to invest in good bottles that are right for your kids. The next thing I think it's really important to invest in is a pump. If you plan on breastfeeding or pumping or both, whatever, you need to invest in a really good one. Need a good pump. So we invested in a Spectra, I think it's the 2. It's the blue one that can run off of batteries. I called our insurance and I was like,
hey, this is actually the pump I want.
and so what they did is they gave me money for the cheaper pumps. So I really didn't have to pay that much for my pump. So check your insurance, because I bet you they'll cover it if you want a more expensive pump. So spend money on a good pump, because I personally think it's way worth it. If you're pumping, you spend hours and hours and hours pumping. So you want something that's gonna last more than one kid. The next thing is invest in a sleeping lounger. We have the Dock-a-tot. I know there's Dock-a-tot, Snuggle Me Organic. Those are basically the top 2. I didn't pay full price for mine. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. It was basically brand new. So honestly, yes, Dock-a-tots and Snuggle Me's or Snuggle Me Organics are really expensive, but you can definitely find them barely used on Facebook Marketplace or, secondhand stores and like that. So just keep an eye out, but those things I think are worth the extra money to get the the good brands because they work really well and they last a long time because they're good quality. The last thing I think is way worth your money is some sort of sound machine. I went with the Hatch machine this time for this baby, and I loved it so much that I ended up getting a second one for Scotty. It's basically a sound machine and a night light, but you can do a ton of different custom lights, sounds, and what's sweet about it is you can get an app and hook it to your phone. So when I was in the hospital, I brought it with me. I didn't even have to lean over and touch the thing at all. I would just have my phone with me and I had it set up every 2 to 3 hours or wherever it was to wake myself up. Because he was in the NICU, I would just have it wake myself up, and then I would get up, pump, and then I would go to the NICU and do all that stuff. I think it's worth the money to go for something as more like high tech when it comes to a sound machine and a little nightlight thing. I hope you guys gained some information from this video that you can use towards buying baby products, because like I said, it can be really confusing and really overwhelming. If I left anything out in this video that you think is worth your money, then leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like mom content videos like this. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye. You know what's really a good baby product worth your money? I'll show you. It's my favorite baby product. Are you ready? This one's pretty good. I think it was worth the money.